Hello everybody, it's a girl with me. Welcome back to the channel, y'all, and welcome to another video. The title of the video, y'all already know what kind of video this is today. Today I'll be giving y'all at least 10 things that I regret in my 20s. I don't know, y'all, I'm feeling like I wore this outfit already, you know, on the channel. I'm not sure, probably the top. It's giving deja vu. I'm getting a sort of deja vu. So if you all saw me in this already, well, girl. I am 33, for those who do not know. You can grab your popcorn or your drink, your Vitamalt, your Smalt or your water, or something good. We're gonna talk a little bit, alright? So before we get into the video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification button down below. So every single time your Caribbean girl posts a video, you are going to be notified. This video came about because a young lady had requested this video for quite some time. Listen, girl, I'm sorry. I just couldn't get around to doing it because, I mean, I always ask myself, what do I regret when I was in my 20s? What do I regret? And to be quite honest with you all, I don't really have a lot of regrets. Well, so I thought, because I was able now to put at least 10 things that I regret, that I regretted. Regretted is a word? Okay. 10 things that I regret in my 20s. And sometimes when you hear things that you regret in your 20s, you automatically think about relationships and guys and love and children and all these sorts of things. So that's why probably I was not able to, you know, think of something on the spot. There are things that has been bothering me a lot, and I've been also having a challenge with it. And I keep telling myself, like, there are things I say to myself every day, not knowing that those things I'm telling myself and some of the problems that I'm having, it's because of things that I didn't do in my 20s. So if I had done some of those things in my 20s, now that I'm in my 30s, girl, it would not have been so, you know, so much of a problem. But also, with that being said, I am also someone that believes in that you can do it again. So if you do not do something in your 20s, you always have time. You just have to ask the good gracious God and Lord to give you time to get those things that you always wanted to do done. Anywho's, let's dive into the video, because I've been talking. You know your girl can talk. Like, you all know this. I can listen, I could talk. I wouldn't speak just like that, but if I like you, girl, I can talk, okay? And I like you all, so I can talk to you. First thing I regret when I was in my 20s is I regret not sticking with my habits. You know, when you are growing up, there are certain habits that you develop, and because of parenting, like your mother or your father will teach you to organize this, make your bed, do this, wash this, have weekly chores and all of that. But somewhere along in your 20s, you do let them go. And I have been struggling, and I am still struggling with organizing, y'all. Like, girl, I would organize today, and by the next 3 days, I really do admire people who are not so much OCD, but they have a place for every single thing. Okay, they don't have a lot of junk. They don't have things here, things there. They stumble upon this, they stumble upon that, because everything is in an order. They use this, they put it back. They use that, they put it back. Girl, I would now clean my car, like now, and within 5 days, heels here, shoes there. When I was younger, before I was 20, that was my thing, y'all. I was always cleaning, sweeping, mopping, organizing my clothes, making up the bed. I could have never go into my bed at night time without that shit being made. That was like no. I used to come from out the road, my going on clothes, take it off, put on something, put that in a separate basket, nothing is touching, nothing. I was organized. And now I do have a challenge with that. So I'm trying my best to get back into the habit. I used to pack stuff away, make my bed, organize this, organize that. You wear something, wash it, don't allow things to pile up, don't allow your shoes to pile up, don't allow. Now I just, girl, it's a lot. And then you keep buying things on top of things on top of things, you're becoming more and more and more, and then it's hectic to organize your books, it's hectic to organize your skincare. The point I'm trying to make is that when you do let go these things at 20, okay, or when you do let it go at any point in your life, it seems as though it's not harming you, okay? It seems as though, oh, I'll make that bed when I come home. But that particular habit on that day turns into another day, and another day, and another day, and another week, and another week, and another month, and another month, and another month, and then a year, and then 2 years, and then 3 years, and then you find yourself frustrated, you find yourself like feeling flustered, and it's because just the little habit of not making your bed, or not, having a day to wash or something, it just letting go of that 1 day or 2 days because you are caught up in many other things, where maybe you have to go to work, maybe you are liming, you start to drink, you start to party, you just let go like core values of organizational habits and then before you know it, you are just helter-skelter, you become slack, so to speak. Another example for this point is cooking. I remember long ago, girl, I was a cooking freak. I used to cook like crazy, okay, when I was younger. I've been cooking since I was 15 or 14 because I love like housework, but that was before you become an adult and you know what it's really like. But cooking, for example, when you start to work, you let go your act of cooking, and you start to buy a lot of food because of course there are a lot of fast food restaurants around you. Again, you picked up liming and all of that, and a lot of those things come with liming and being outside a lot. You also start to make money, so you are able to buy something quick, and then you don't cook, or you don't carry lunch 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. You don't cook on a Sunday. All of a sudden it starts Saturday and then it reach Sunday because you've gotten yourself in the habit of just buying food. And then also these fast food restaurants do open on Sundays now, public holidays, Christmas, Diwali. So it's just bad habits that were formed because I let go of 1 or 2 things from before. So that's something I regret. So if you are in your 20s, please stick with it. Please try your best and make your bed, organize, clean up, to do this, to keep your life, your mind clear. Okay? So what I regret not doing in my 20s is knowing exactly what I want to do when it comes to my career path. This is something I'm struggling with. I felt like I didn't get correct or the best academic advising, and that has led me to be all over the place. And I know a lot of people is going through this, so I'm here to tell you, if you are in your 20s and you are watching this, or if you are a young person and you are watching this, it is very important to sit down with yourself and know exactly what you want. The thing is, you know what you want. It's right there. You just have to find ways to get around it. Not knowing what you want to do just frustrates you in the long run. What would end up happening is that you would just be all over the place, or there would be a point in your life where you do not know where to turn to or where to go to, and I think that is something I regret. I should have known exactly what I want to do. Now, you also, sometimes you do not know what you want to do, but you know what you like, and I believe if you know what you like, follow that path. Because I did not waste any time in terms of going to school and all of that, because I was never someone to just stay at home, and because I do not know what I want to do, I just didn't do anything. No, I know that I have to go to school, I have to get a degree, I have to do all of that, but it's choosing for you, and you are not choosing what you want, so to speak. So because you just do your CXC and you just go to a university, you apply for whatever, they put you in whatever your qualification matches their thing. Because if you do not have sciences, then definitely you cannot go in a science class. So you just match your qualifications according to what programs they have, and then you fall into that. And yes, you do like it, but does it pay off in the end? Does it? You have to know. It does pay off in the end, y'all, but you just have to look for ways that you can use it, but it may not be there may not be a direct job for you with that, or you may not get a job with exactly what you have. But what I've learned to do is incorporate it in my everyday life. Younger people out there, I suggest that you really dig deep, take some time, dig deep. It may take you a good while, a little while to know what you want. Most of us, we just go to school, we get our qualifications, we get a job that we really doesn't want, or we think that we want in the beginning, and then what happens, we just accept what society gives us, and that's it. So I really regret not knowing what I want to do in my 20s, because had I known, I would have done things to go along with this path. I probably would have done, like videography or journaling, along those paths now, because production, all these things. For 3, what I do regret in my 20s is not getting proper financial advice. What I mean by this is that yes, we do have time, we do have time. I still do have time, I still have to reach 40s and 50s and 60s and so on. But had I get proper, or had I at least have knowledge about it, or someone, you are around people who are talking about it, you know what to invest in at an early age. So by the time you are 30 something, you are 40 something, you are 50 something, you have money working for you. And I think this is something very important. And I also think that if I do not do this in my 30s, or if you don't do it in your 30s, if you are already in your 30s and you haven't done it in your 20s, you are going to be in your 40s and regret that you didn't do it in your 30s, because you are not going to think about 20s, you're going to think about your 30s. Because one, when you are in your 20s and your 30s, you are pretty young. Most of us do not have any illnesses. We probably just have the normal flu. Our bodies, our organs, our cells is very functional. We are able. Number 4, starting my YouTube channel. I wish I had started my YouTube channel when I was in my early 20s. No, I did start it 28, 29, somewhere around there. But that's closer to 30 if you ask me. But I wish I started when I was in my 20s, girl. There are so many young people nowadays that start their channel at that age. And listen, by the time they are 30, 33, 35, girl, they are going to be so advanced with a lot of things, with finance, with knowledge, with their audience. And when you are in your 20s, also, you do have a following with you. When I was in my, before 20s, I was somewhat popular in school, and I had a lot of followers. This is something I regret, but you can't regret what you do not know. So to speak also. Alright, now I'm looking back, I'm like, oh, I should have done that, but I don't know. So if I don't know, how would you do it? Living more. I'm not sure if this is a regret, because I've lived pretty good, Like I've done a lot of things, there's nothing I really regret doing. I probably should have. It's not a regret, y'all. You see, I don't want to say things that is other people's regret, because I know some people regret not, going out more, dating more. Probably I should have gone out more. Or should I? I don't. Girl, I just do what I want to do. Okay? So we leave that point there. Number 6. Oh, girl, I regret this. Taking loans. Taking loans in your 20s is something I regret. Okay, let me explain it a little more. Taking loans and actually doing nothing with the money is what I regret. If you are taking loans in your 20s and you can actually see where the money is going, you probably purchased a piece of land, or you bought a car, or whatever. But you see, taking loans for no reason, y'all, I've got burned with this so many times. You see the refinancing part of it? Oh my gosh, that is the devil in itself. The thing about these loans is that you are taking them with the intention of you are going to do something. You are going to pay off our next loan, so to speak, okay? So you are refinancing to liquidate, and it just sounds all nice, but it just ties you up Okay, it has you in a really deep hole. And the thing about it is, these loans, they last for so long, y'all. They last for 7 years, 8 years, sometimes. So you took a loan in your 20s and you are 30 and you are still paying for a loan. Taking loans, I would not advise anyone to take loans if you do not have a purpose. Okay? Number 7, what I do regret is not planning, budgeting, and reading. Not doing a lot of planning, budgeting, and reading. This thing seems as nothing, y'all, but the older you get, again, when you find yourself frustrated and you find yourself, you know, can't put things in place or can't figure out things, it's just this simple thing. Planning is something I wish I had done in my 20s, like a lot of it. Not just plan today for tomorrow, plan to go this or plan to wear that. Planning on the whole. Plan where you want to be in the next 5 years, plan where you want to be in the next 3 years, plan every single thing. I do try to plan my life and plan my day and my week, and it's a challenge. It's a challenge because I've been so out of practice with it in my 20s that I came in my 30s and now it followed me. And I remember saying, you know, sometimes in your 20s you'll be like, when I'm 30 I'm not going to do that. That's what you think. That's what you think. The way you do one thing is the way you do everything, and I live by that quote. Budgeting is something also, because I've not done a lot of budgeting in my 20s. I do have a challenge to do in my 30s because I do not stick with my budget. Okay, in my 20s I do what I want and buy what I want, but in your 30s now, when you want to do other things, like you want to purchase more, you know, high-tech things, and you want to go here and you want to invest here and you want to do this and you want to try this and you want to try that, you have a problem with it because you're so accustomed just being free that, you know, it's a problem. And reading, definitely reading is not one of my strong points. It's not my hobby, but girl, I've been trying my best to read. I try to read a book at least. Okay, I do not stick with it every single time, y'all, but I'm doing so much better than I used to do in my 20s. Reading is a thing, it helps you. I could not have seen the point back then. It's just that you think that you can just read if you go to school, and if you are not in school, reading makes no sense. But that is not true. They read, they're like, reading keeps your mind alive, it keeps you younger, it keeps you like, but it is so, you know, if you are out of practice with it, it is something that is very hard, and it's something that is very challenging to keep up with. My father loves reading. Yo, he buys the papers 365 days for the year. I am not kidding, yo. We grew up with only books around us because he's that kind of man, okay? And reading is, I believe reading is what keeps their brain active, it keeps your eyesight going, it keeps, like, these little things that we neglect, we bypass. It plays such an important role in our near future life or our future life. 8, this is something I regret. Not applying for my visa when I was in university. So, girl, I know everything happens on its own timing, but let me give you a little story what happened. So, I started UE pretty late. Well, I would say that's late. Started at 23 or 24. It's sounding really young now, but remember, a lot of these youths, they graduate at 23. So, when I was going to university, my friends used to push me to go and get my visa. But I was someone, girl, I wasn't thinking about, you know, traveling and all of that. I used to always, you know, ask me to come across, yada yada yada. And I'd be like, yeah, when I finish school now. So my friends were behind me, my UB friends were behind me, and they were like, Whitney, now is it time? Because you are going to school, and they would see that you have ties. Though I didn't understand all of that because, again, I didn't have knowledge. And this is why knowing things and having knowledge about things is very, very, very important. So I was like, yeah, whatever. So girl, I went ahead, the time passed, and when I graduated, I went, if you see me, dress up nice, and again, naive, don't know nothing, went and tell the person, apply for the visa and whatever, and I was like, hi, I just finished school and I just graduated, and I want to go and I want to go and see my grandfather. Denied. Y'all, I cried. Like, I walk out of there with tears in my eye because I was like, okay, now I'm done school, I'm ready to go. Not knowing that that whole visa thing does not work. And then I looked into it and I realized, oh, you have to have ties and all of that. So that's why they were pushing me to do it. But I didn't understand when they were telling me that. But I did apply next time and did get blank. I think I went like a couple months after and did get blank, and I did not try again. And this is 2016 we are speaking about, okay? 2016 and 2017 I didn't apply since, and girl, I don't know. So I regret not doing that because I probably would have gotten through. I probably would have got through, and then I would have been able to travel, get clothes for Slay Babe, vlog for y'all, yada yada yada. But I do not have an international visa, so I've never been anywhere except Mexico. And yeah, so hopefully guys, I do get it when I do apply for it, when I do get some current. 9, not capitalizing on the free courses that was given in UE. This is something I regret in my 20s, y'all. So again, if you are going to school and you are younger than me, or even if you are older than me and you are in somewhat college or something and you can capitalize on the free education and the free programs that they're giving, girl, boy, take it all in. Some of the courses that I regret, for example, that I didn't take was public speaking. But I was so eager to come out of there because I was battling with other things in life. You want to lie, you want to drink, you want to study this boy, that boy. This one's stressing you out because, how will this go? I just wanted to come out of school, like I just wanted to graduate so much and so fast. And then on top of that is the distance, and then I'm working on top of that. But now that I'm looking back, all these things are not excuses, baby. They are not. When you get to this age, you have to now cough out your money to pay for public speaking courses. And the reason why I didn't take that is because I wasn't getting credit. Like, they offer these things free because you are a student, but I looking for credit. That ain't giving me no credit to add to my transcript file to leave. So I know that. But now look at what I'm doing. I do have to learn to speak better and to speak on a forum, on a platform, because in order for you to excel, these are the things that you have to do. Don't be surprised if you all hear me speaking a little different in time to come, because I do not only have Trinidadians here who would understand Trinidad dialect. You have to speak clearly. Capitalize on your education, capitalize on the free courses that these institutions are giving you, use up your money that you are paying. Don't just rush to leave. Make sure you get everything. Suck it dry. Okay, suck it dry. Then finally, I hope you guys stick through this video. I don't know if it's going boring or if it's good. This is something I really regret. Number 10, sticking in a job so long. Girl, I've been working since I was 20. And believe me, I've done everything, I would say, in terms of, go to school. What would have hurt me more is to know that I'm working in a job so long and I didn't elevate myself. I do not have subjects that I didn't have. I do not have a degree. I do not have certificates. What? Girl, I would have gone, but knowing me, that would not have been the case. But there's no reason for I to be in a job so long in a same position. And that's no one fault. We love to blame institutions and governments and this and that, but that's not the answer. I mean, yes, they do have their part to play in terms of it is so stagnant and so hard to move up and to get a job. But I also believe that, keep pushing but it's not as if I'm sitting and not doing anything, y'all. But that whole work thing is just, it's pressure, y'all, because I've been applying for years. And I've been applying for places. I'm sticking in a job so long, sticking in one job. I was successful in other interviews. I probably should have gone. And that's what by just moving to another job would put you in the habit of not sticking or planting yourself in one area. So yes, the risk and the fear is to leave. That's the hardest thing. And you may leave and you may not like where you are or what you got, or it may be so difficult for you, but what you are doing there is just breaking down that fear of staying somewhere, because staying in one place is going to have you there for years. If you are somewhere and you like that and that's your career, then girl, it's all fine because you know what you are heading to. Because there are some people, they are planted in a job or a particular position because they know that they are heading for, director or something. But if you are not, and you are just somewhere because of whatever reason, just because you have loans and bills, it just becomes sickening. And those are some of the things that I regret in my 20s. I do not know if if y'all can relate to any or one or two of these things. I hope not, because I hope you all do not have any regrets. Everyone's journey is different. But you can also comment and let me know if you do have any regrets in your 20s. And it's fine if you also do not have any regrets in your 20s, because I plan on recording that video for you all also. Things that I do not regret. Because as much as I do regret, because I was writing down things that I do regret, I'm like, certain things came in my brain. I was like, do you regret that, Whitney? No, I don't. So then I was like, ding, ding, ding. Things I did not regret in my 20s. Alright, so, but girl, it's all good, it's all fine. We can move all the way up now. We still have time, So thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I made some points. Yo, let me tell you all something before I go about breaking fears. Your girl went live yesterday. That was Thursday, Wednesday. Girl, I have a fear. I know I'm on YouTube and I am on TikTok and social media's platform, but I am afraid to go live, yo. I have this fear to go live. I don't know. Going live just makes my palms sweat. I'm nervous. It makes my nervous system act up. So I did tell myself that I am going to go live before the end of 2023, and we are in October. And I did have so many things right down to go live, like I'd go Pennywise, things that would make me feel comfortable, because I love talking about skincare and I love showing you all products I buy, and I loved all these things. So I'm like, okay, I'll do live when I have like a bag of goodies. And yesterday while I was doing my hair to do some TikToks and reels, I was like, we're gonna go live today and show people how to put on a wig. Like, you are not going to wait till you spend money to show people stuff. We are going to do it. And guys, I did it. I had 11 persons on my life. And it was so, I felt so good. I felt really, really great. I felt so good. I couldn't believe that I did it, because I am someone who loves to preach. I love to tell people, start a channel, do this, do that. And then when it comes to going live with me, you are afraid. And I was like, okay, I'm going to log out right now, and you take care of yourself. I'll see you guys in my other video. Bye, people.